Hello! I'm here with my lovely person.
Naomi.
Yeah, we love her very much.
Even though she can't remember my name.
I was trying to think of what to call you.
Oh,
I was like,
I'm baby, remember?
with my lovely baby. She's my child. I birthed her, as you can tell by my significant, much older face.
Yes, she's so much older than me.
Anyway, today we are doing a Q&A video that I got questions off of from my Tumblr. That was such a sentence, wow. Anyway, so thank you all for asking me the questions. I have split this into 3 videos actually. One of them I had recorded first, and then it's actually going to be posted after this one because it deals with just more deep topics and stuff. And same, the second one deals with more advice questions. So we're going to do that in the last video to come out. So this one is just kind of easy questions. We're going to rattle them off basically, hopefully.
Hopefully we don't get caught.
Yeah, we tend to ramble, but that's okay. You ramble with your best friend. That's just how it is. So
normally you have the rambly one and then the quiet one,
but we both ramble.
Yeah.
And
it's hard.
That's one thing too that we apologize for in the second video that'll be coming out. We talk over each other, so don't think that it's a mean thing. It's just how we talk.
Yeah, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, and then she'll be like, and I'll be like, oh god.
And that's why we always have our phones on us. We can write notes and be like, okay, I wanted to say this, so I'll have to say it later.
Yeah.
But
bad memory for the win.
Yeah. Anyway, so I figured we'll just jump right into the questions.
Okay.
So the first one, your ideal jobs.
If I had to pick one job or more than one.
It says jobs plural. So okay. I feel like more than one. I might have added the plural myself, but
I would pick either a hair colorist, like a hairdresser, but not so much like styling. I want to color and cut and all that stuff. That would be the top one. Mm-hmm. Then I would want to be a photographer, like my own business, everything like that.
I could do that.
And then my third one would be a writer, like poetry, everything like that. Maybe even go for the newspaper, stuff like that. So,
if you want examples of her photos and poetry, I'll have her Tumblr in the description. And she has photos and stuff on there, and poetry.
I try to post every day, so.
And then for my ideal job, I don't dream of having a job, you know?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to choose sometimes, because I'm not really I would like this job. My job would be to lay in bed and just make money off of laying in bed. So OnlyFans or something.
Oh my god.
No, but I think my ideal job would be, I say this all the time, but writing and stuff. If I was wrote a couple poetry books that were really big hits and stuff, and then could just spend the rest of my time writing poetry just for fun instead of to make money. And sometimes, if I have enough fun ones, then I could put them in a book, and release a new surprise book, but just rattle out a couple of work, book poems
to set you up with money and everything that you need.
Kind of have life to chill a little bit and just write poetry. And I can't mention my dream job without also mentioning where I would be, which is the mountains out in BC.
That's where I'd like to be for my photography and stuff.
It's the best. It is. I'm just saying.
But also the beach in California. In LA.
There's a beach in BC.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
On the same side as California.
There's mountains in California, too.
I know, but
we're not getting into this right now.
But America, so. Your big 3. So for those of you who don't know astrology, that is your sun, moon, and rising sign.
I am a Scorpio sun, Libra moon, and Capricorn rising.
And I am a Cancer sun, Pisces moon, and Sagittarius rising.
She got the fire.
So, realistically, only our sun signs. I want to say that with SHs for some reason. Yeah, only our sun signs should get along, technically, because Pisces moons and Libra moons and Capricorn rising and Sagittarius rising, they typically don't, in theory, by the book, don't get along. But
that makes sense on why we have arguments and stuff and disagree a lot.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. I think we
have the ideal friendship,
Yeah.
Yeah. We understand each other.
I'll have to look at our synastry one day. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Anyway, I have to look at our charts combined one day. What age you'd like to get married?
For me, I don't necessarily want to get married. I want the ceremony.
Okay.
But I don't want the paperwork.
Facts.
But if I had to pick an age, I'd like to be married by the age of 30, but not before I'm 27.
Okay, so for me, basically the exact same thing. I like the idea of being married just because if I ever have a kid, I just don't want to worry about like just money or legal issues in case I die and my partner's just left, but they're not like the real father or mother or whatever, or like they weren't married to me, or just like there can be legal issues sometimes with that, and just concerns for like a kid if I ever have one. So I'd want to be married by like paperwork for that reason, mainly just to make sure the kid's okay.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, for me, it's mostly about the ceremony. I like the idea of someone celebrating my love for someone and me being in a super pretty dress. Like, man, oh,
and being able to decorate and everything and set this party up. Oh my god, it would be so amazing.
It would be the best wedding. Oh my god. And then for me, yeah, like my ideal age to get married, I think it depends on like the person I'm with too. You know, like because I have like kind of a set amount of years before I would want to marry someone just to make sure we're compatible.
Yeah.
But like for me, I'd say 27 to 30ish.
I mean, if I met somebody right now and we were together for like 2 years and they popped the question, okay, I'll get engaged, but I'm not actually going to have the ceremony until 27 because I don't know, I don't want to be married at like 21.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, you know, like Jason and I have talked about like marriage and proposing and stuff, and he plans on proposing like next April, I think, which is scary.
Yeah.
But then we're gonna have like a really long engagement because he does not like weddings. He doesn't want to get married. He's just doing it mainly because I want to get married.
Yeah, he's doing it for you.
Yeah. So that of course will depend on just my life as well. But he the plan basically is that we'll go when I'm like 28 or something to like a courthouse after having a super long engagement and get just married at the courthouse and then go on a cruise afterwards. So like all the money we've saved for the marriage will be spent for the cruise.
Am I coming?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Just you're going to be in a different thing
well,
next to us.
I really hope so. Don't
but yeah,
be loud.
That's my marriage goal is like 28, I think. But we'll see how that works out. Dream place to live in.
My dream house type of house or
dream I think
area.
Dream area.
Okay.
But like you could probably include house too if you have a dream house in mind.
I would want to live either in LA by the beach. I kind of feel like that's my home. Or in BC by the mountains because I want to be by the mountains. And if I had to pick a house, it would kind of be like a cottagey house. Like if really warm, a fireplace. It just kind of wood on the outside. It just looks like
a cottage core, my dude. Look it up on Tumblr. That's
cottage core.
Yeah, it's just like an aesthetic, I think.
Yeah.
People add core to the end of words to be like an aesthetic thing. I don't know why.
Oh.
But like cottage core is just like cottage photos and stuff.
Okay.
Really pretty.
I'm gonna look it up right now while you answer.
Deal. Sounds good. But yeah, my dream place is 100% either BC or Alberta, as long as like it's the part of Alberta that's like right by the mountains. Because well, I guess some of you wouldn't know, but if you're in Alberta and you turn your back to the mountains, then you're just looking at like plain flat lands for like miles and miles, which is super cool, but also just like I wouldn't want to live there and not be able to see the mountains, But I think you'd have to be pretty eastern Alberta to not see the mountains, seeing everything's so flat.
Yeah, it's dead ass so flat.
But for me, I think my dream would be like living in like Jasper or Banff, which are two like national parks, kind of right on the edge of Alberta and BC. I know like maybe one or even both of them are kind of difficult to live in sometimes, only because like one side of it is in BC, so like the time changes because you're like in a different time zone, and then the other side is on the other side of the time zone. So like you walk like to the corner store, and next thing you know, you're like an hour earlier. I think it's like half an hour.
That would actually be hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking weird as heck. But I like how I said fucking and then heck.
Fucking heck.
And then yeah, a cottage for me, or like even just like a nice van. I like the idea. When I was younger, I liked the idea of living like in a mansion because I grew up in a fairly big house, so I just liked having like a really big house.
Yeah.
But then now I'm like, I don't need a big house. You know how hard that would be to clean? I can barely keep my room clean.
I mean, fair. I don't want like a huge house. I just want something that's like quaint, but also there's space.
Yeah.
Not so much a tiny home.
Yeah. See, for me, it'd be like either a cottage with like a couple rooms, your bathroom, and then like a living room, maybe with like a kitchen, like kind of like attached to the living room, like an open concept type thing.
Kind of like my house.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking burping, jeez. Anyway, I burped from chocolate milk, in case you didn't know. And then, like with like a side bedroom and like maybe a spare bedroom or like a nursery or something.
Yes, which I agree. You should have at least 2 to 3 bedrooms.
Yeah, but like if I was just living on my own, or even just with like you, for example, I'd be totally cool just living out of a van, like a big van, but like still just a van that we like.
Oh yeah, that we deck out.
Exactly. And then we could just travel wherever we want in the mountains,
Just literally park anywhere,
Mhm.
and you know how amazing that would be.
Right.
Like,
anyway, height. How tall are we?
I know I'm about 5'11",
And I'm
almost 6 foot.
Yeah, and I'm like
You're
somewhere between like an inch, I'd say,
yeah,
shorter than you.
just either half an inch or an inch.
Yeah, I like to say on Tumblr I'm about 5'11". I like to say to my friends and everyone I know that I'm like 5'11", but I can't really lie to her because she actually is 5'11".
I'm either 5'11" or 5'12" or 6 foot.
Well, I was gonna say 5'12" is 6 foot.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not good at math.
Yeah, we're both pretty tall, and like we're not really around a lot of other people. So when we go around like other women and stuff, it's like
there's this one
you're so
girl
tiny
that comes up to like here on me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, like you can't be walking alone. Like you need
natural hair color.
Mine is, you can kind of see it here. It's like a brown, dark brown, black almost.
And mine, my roots are deceiving. I'm not actually a brunette. The person who dyed my hair, which was not Naomi, for the record.
And I'm mad about it.
Yeah, I can share photos on Tumblr or something of her actually dyeing my hair because she does an amazing job. But yeah, the person who dyed my hair gave me green roots accidentally, and then made the rest kind of like she tried to dye it black, which didn't turn out. It just made my like red roots dark brown.
She tried to dye it black?
Yes, that's what that was supposed to be, was black, and instead it was green and brown.
Oh my god. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think the green was, the roots were supposed to be black. This was supposed to be like a darker blue to like kind of transition into this blue.
Yeah, but she probably used 2 different brands, or like one is supposed to be with developer, the other one's not, and that's why that happened.
Yeah, and she like didn't want to like bleach my hair or anything either, so she just used different chemicals and stuff to try and like strip any of the bleach away, but then also add stuff. Which is like, I get that because my hair was dead as heck, and it's a little bit better now.
Yeah, it's fine. You just need a deep condition. Anyway,
I conditioned it yesterday.
No, like deep
I know.
condition.
Anyway, yeah. But I'm a natural redhead, which like the video probably won't show this, but like you can see my front roots that didn't get dye are not very, but like somewhat red.
It kind of shows it
And
if you stand like a certain way, like right there.
I have other proof that I'm a redhead, but I can't show that on YouTube. So anyway,
Next.
favorite food.
Mine probably has to be chicken.
That's your favorite food?
Or sushi. Sushi's really good. Oh, or steak. I have issues trying to pick my favorite food, man.
Okay, when quarantine is over and we have a ride to like Peterborough, we're going to the keg because I want keg. Okay, firstly, expensive and not worth it, but the experience is because you get to say you went to the keg. The steak, they do make good steak. Yeah, there's not much of it, but like, no, they're good in my opinion. And I mean, I also like my steak well done, and I find sometimes, as long as you tell them you like it well done, like, they make it well done. If you tell them you want medium rare, they make it kind of well done-ish,
So I'll tell, because I like mine in between medium rare and well done.
So like, I think if you just order a medium rare steak, you'll probably have good luck with them.
Yeah, because it's easier to chew if it's like more towards well done.
Exactly, that's my thing. Like for me, I don't really taste much of a difference in the actual taste. It's just the texture. I like the texture of well done way better than I like the texture of medium rare. So.
Yep. And with my teeth the way that they are. Anyways, what's your favorite food?
It used to be pancakes, but I don't think it is pancakes anymore.
Waffles.
I've really gone into waffles and I hate myself for it. Pancakes were like my thing.
Really?
I wanted to get proposed to with like a pancake ring, like a ring just made like get a pancake and poke a hole in it and be like, will you marry me? That was my dream when I was like 14 or 15, like not even that long ago.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And like if they thought that was too cheesy, then they could just propose to me in Denny's because
Denny's is amazing. That's where I'm gonna propose.
Cora's is better. No, propose to me at Cora's.
I've never been to Cora's.
Well, we're going for breakfast and dinner.
I didn't get out of the house much, which we'll get into in the next video.
Yeah, of course we will. It's a very exciting video. Superpower you'd like to have?
Read minds.
Yeah, same. Or like, is it a superpower to be able to travel without paying anything to travel?
You mean like teleporting?
Facts, yeah.
That's a superpower, yeah.
Yep,
I think I'd be tied between those two as well.
I would just choose two. You tell me I can only have one? Fuck you. I'm doing 2. I'm teleporting and reading minds at the same time. Favorite TV show? I feel like you have a lot.
I really do. My favorite that I could watch over and over again would probably be... Oh, what would it be? You go ahead, I gotta think.
BoJack Horseman.
You already know, goddammit.
No TV show will ever live up to what that show was for me, you know? Like,
Fair.
It blows my mind.
I think, like, the one that I feel, like, the most safe with, like, kind of like I go to it when I need comfort,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
which would be, like, my favorite, is Gilmore Girls. Not only because it's mine and my friend Angie's, like, go-to show, but it used to be, like, what my mom would be like, this will be you. And, yeah, it didn't work out that way, and now she hates me. But anyways.
That's the way it is with mothers sometimes.
Yep. And Riverdale's pretty good, too, and The Office, and Laverne and Shirley, and I Love Lucy, and Gilligan's Island.
Man, I never watched I Love Lucy. It's older, right?
Yeah, it's like black and white.
Yeah, because I know we had it at the library, like it was on DVDs at the library.
Yeah.
And, like, I would see them go out quite regularly, but, like, to older people.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And like I said, mine is BoJack Horseman, so. Oh. Whisper something secret to each other. Don't tell us what it is.
Ew, kissing noises. Ew.
Icky. That's our secret whisper. Oh, what the heck just crunched in my mouth?
Oh my god, what?
I just bit down on something.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't. I'm sorry, that was such bad timing. It wasn't from me. It was probably just like old popcorn or something. I just like dislodged with my own tongue because I need my tongue so much. Not in your mouth, for the record. Just to
I know.
to people that are watching. How many languages you speak?
Barely 1. You are better than me.
Barely 2, but still.
Still.
Yeah. No. I know a bit of Spanish. I can't speak it as well as I used to. Like, even back in, like, high school, I could speak Spanish way better than I can now. It's like, I went to university and got dumb and lost every memory that I ever had, because I bonked my head really hard and was traumatized.
Yeah,
anyway, not from bonking my head, but, like, just traumatized for other reasons. And also brain worms. But,
brain worms.
No, I
See?
Spanish? Yeah, see, I can't even speak English, dude. Spanish was, like, my first language that I learned. But that was just because I could only attach to like a Spanish-speaking person when I was like my first foster home. And then when I was adopted, they didn't speak Spanish, so like I had to learn English through them. And then that wasn't super great because I spoke Spanish too, and it was just a whole mess. So then I had to go to like speech therapy and stuff for years, and I get pulled out of class to like learn how to speak English and communicate with like peers and stuff.
What?
Songs that are on repeat right now.
Oh my god, let me check my phone just to see what songs are on repeat. That way I'm not giving you like last week's repeat songs.
Facts.
Did you organize your phone by color?
Yes.
I love it. Like literally, she's got blues and then greens. It's amazing.
Some things like YouTube for me I feel is white, but because of the red thing on it, I have put it in red because I was looking red for it.
Yeah, I
That's
get that.
Spotify, that's Snapchat. I saw notifications and I was like, oh my god, but no, it's not. So this is my May 2020 playlist. It is 2 hours and 47 minutes, and that is what I listen to somewhat regularly, and I recommend listening to it because I got a really good and basic ass bitch taste in music.
Me too.
But then my March 2020 playlist is what I probably listen to the most, I think. And that just, it has a lot of like Muna, whatever, Muna. I don't know how you pronounce the name, but they have really good music. Not their like newest album in my opinion. Yeah. But like, I don't want to play this.
Them. Yeah.
But they're like one of their first albums, I think. I love that album so much. It means so much to me. And then it has a lot of Halsey and Tones and I, because, shockingly, Tones and I wrote more than just Dance Monkey. And her other music is, like, incredible.
Incredible.
And, like, so deep, too. Like, not, like, deep, but, like, she talks about, like, being a gay youth and stuff, and, like, places where being gay isn't okay, and, like, the toxic families and stuff. And
it's stuff with meaning.
Exactly. And, like, the older generation's idea of kids and stuff. And, I don't know, she has really good stuff, but, yeah.
So, I'm looking at my on repeat playlist. I know you guys can barely see that, but whatever. It's an hour and 34 minutes long. I got stuff like My Strange Addiction from Billie Eilish, Bloody Valentine, Machine Gun Kelly, Emotions, Ian Dwar, Weird by Youngblood.
She has a Youngblood addiction, by the way.
I do. And Halsey and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, those are the top 3.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you listened to Why Do You Love Me?
Oh, all the time.
Okay, Why Do You Love Me by Charlotte Lawrence. If you haven't heard that song, you have to listen to it. The beat is so good. The lyrics I heckin' love.
I get my dad to be quiet and I put it on in the truck and I blare it and he gets so mad, but it's like boom, boom, boom.
There's another one that's very similar to it. It's called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think. I don't know. I know it's like the numbers, but then 6 is 6. Yeah. And it has like a very similar beat. I think I haven't like listened to them side by side, but like it just reminds me of that song whenever I hear it, and I recommend that. I'm gonna play it for you later.
I recommend if you're one of the like people that go back to their ex even though you know that you shouldn't and your friends are always telling you not to.
I mean everyone ever. But especially you.
Yeah. Listen to Hi It's Me by Ash Nico. Oh my god.
Have you played that for me?
I don't think so.
Maybe
but I'll play it later. And yeah, that's my on repeat stuff.
We're almost done. Sorry that it's longer than like 15 minutes, but we have a lot to say.
Yeah.
First memory, I remember being like my birth dad. They didn't have cars, so they used bicycles and stuff.
Yeah. And
he had this like thing, like a basket almost, but like bigger than a basket, like sturdier in the front of his bike, so he could bike around with me in the basket.
Yes, I've seen those before.
Yeah. And I just remember him like biking to his dealer probably with me in the like basket. I don't know if that's like actually a true memory or not, but like it's just that's something that's like just always stuck with me, and I'm like, wow.
Well, it's a beautiful first memory.
Celebrity crushes and what do you like about them?
Well, I already told you Youngblood, Machine Gun Kelly, and Halsey. Halsey because hot damn, and her song, all her songs have meaning. Like her last album, Manic, I relate to every goddamn song.
I think I got some negative feedback. I don't know, on in real feedback life, if I got negative feedback, but like from people just online talking shit about her.
People are so dumb.
Yeah,
I mean, if you don't like it, like whatever.
The thing is, it's different than like her other albums, I think, and that's what some people didn't like. They wanted similar albums, and there's a story to be told in this album too. It's just maybe not as clear to some people as like this.
If you don't relate, you're not gonna get it.
Exactly. But I think it was a boss album.
Machine Gun, I did too. Like that was an amazing album. First album that I've liked every single song except for Youngblood's. Youngblood because oh damn, he can get it. He will get it.
And he's young too. That's good. He got better taste than I do. I think he's young. He looks young.
He's like 23, I think. 23, 24.
I thought he was like 18 to 20.
No, he's a bit older than that. But his music also, he stands for something that's really, really important. If you guys haven't listened to any of his music, go listen. Like, I highly recommend.
I find him singing about, like, our generation to resemble the lyrics that Tones and I sings about.
Yeah,
to some extent, sorry. Yeah.
You could mix them together and it would kind of match.
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly because A, he can get it any day, and B, his music's good for when you are, like, doing things that you shouldn't be doing.
Okay, that's what Chase Atlantic's for too, though. Just for the record, you're doing things you shouldn't be doing. Chase Atlantic. Those are your guys. Any other celebrity crushes? Fucking Jensen Ackles or something.
Oh, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki.
See?
Oh my god. What I like about them is Jared Padalecki is tall, and Jensen Ackles is funny. Also Cole Sprouse, because actually I was more of a Zach fan and Zach and Cody.
I heard something about people who like Zach being toxic or something.
People who like Zach like toxic men is the one that I shared.
Carry on. So it wasn't a tweet, it was your Facebook post.
And I was more of a Zach fan, but then Riverdale came out, and now I'm more of a Cody fan, and I'm like, oh my god, Cole Sprouse.
In case you can't tell, I'm weird. I'm
a weirdo. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird. But anyways, that's mine. I have more, but like that could go on for days.
My celebrity crushes. My biggest one is Tom Selleck, which all of my friends are very much aware of, and I feel like some probably make fun of me in their like head at least about it.
Because he is kind of hot.
He is. I mean, Tom Selleck. I don't know
if I'm thinking about the wrong guy.
Yeah, has he even played anything like recent? Like that's thing. I haven't really seen him like recently, so I don't know what he looks like at 75. But, you know, back when he played in, like, Friends as, like, Richard or whatever, I was like,
That guy, yes!
he's so... And, like, the mustache, I'm telling you, oh my god. He does things to me, you know?
He is hot,
Mhm.
hot, man.
Like, I have such a huge crush on Tom Selleck. If I...
Look at him when he was young, like, just...
I love hairy chest. That's
I
one
know, remember he used to do
That's
the...
one thing we disagree about, because, like, I like a hairy chest because you can, like, play with it. Like, when you're cuddling, you just run your fingers through their chest hair. But, you know,
I'm okay with a bit of chest hair, but, like, not a fucking bear.
Anyway, Tom Selleck is my biggest celebrity crush. And then probably, like, Will Arnett. He plays, Gob, or... Job, I don't know. I think it's a hard G. Why should I open that? Anyway. I'm a wreck. Anyway, he plays in Arrested Development. That's where, like, I first saw him, and I was like, I dig this man. He's got a cool personality. He also played in that one friggin' comedy, kind of, like, sitcom show, kind of, about, not a sitcom, like a comedy show that's, like, purposely bad, I hope. About, like, that girl who's, like, a zombie. Like, the mother.
Zombie?
No, the mother turns into a zombie after...
Oh,
and it's like
Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah, Santa Clarita Diet. He plays one of the, like, bitch-ass real estate agents that they always compete, that the mother competes with.
That guy?
Yeah, and he plays BoJack Horseman, or voices him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So he always plays very similar types of characters, in my opinion, or similar, and similar upbringings too. I mean, Arrested Development, like, the mother from there is very similar to BoJack Horseman's mother, just saying. But he has
I've never watched Arrested Development.
It's so good, I recommend. It's like, I can't binge it, but it's a good show. Anyway, those are like my two biggest celebrity crushes, I think.
Nice.
Ideal type. This is our last question. Sorry, it's a 32-minute long video.
Maybe a bit longer.
Yeah. Right. My ideal type, I have two very distinct types with men, I think. And then with women, I love women. I love all women. But yeah, with men, I have two very distinct types, and that is, well, not so distinct because all of the men I date and all the ones I'm attracted to tend to be nerds.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if they're assholes, they're still nerds.
Star Wars, and although that's not saying much for me.
That's why I like you. You're nerdy.
Yeah.
Your own way.
We're all nerdy in our own
Exactly.
way.
And I like people who can, like, find their passion, like, own it, and, like, geek out over it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like, be so enthusiastic about that thing you love, because I love hearing that.
Yeah.
So
I'm never going to be like, oh, I don't want to hear it.
yeah, exactly. Like, please geek over your passions to me.
Yeah, I want to hear it. All of it.
Mhm.
Message me. I will be right there. I'll be like, yes.
And I will have our Tumblr in the description, which I already said, but I'll say it again. Anyway, but yeah, like, my ideal type is just someone who's nerdy, or at least owns what they like. You know, they're not embarrassed to say that they like something. And, like, confidence, too. Like, my ideal type is more like, you know, personality types, you know?
Yeah.
If you're confident and you are comfortable in who you are in your own skin, and you're funny, and you care about people, like, genuinely care about people, I love you already.
Cuddle with. I don't care what you look like.
It might seem random, but we had to cut out the part that led to this conversation, so enjoy.
Tyson.
Oh, yeah, yep. That's
like,
exactly what I was thinking of when I said that, yep.
He was like, well, I said, yeah, I'm going to start going to the gym. And he's like, no, like, you'll lose your butt. And I'm like, well, no, I can do squats. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, good idea. You should.
Yeah, and it's like,
I'm like,
if you want to love the butt, you gotta love everything else that comes with it, you know?
yeah.
Ridiculous.
God.
Super random again. Something was brought up about eating disorders in the last clip, and unfortunately it got deleted. And this is our first time editing, like, videos. So
ever.
yeah, yeah, we don't know how to recover it. We wanted to keep the ending message, so sorry.
That's our message for the day.
Yeah.
If you haven't eaten, go
Please
eat.
eat if you haven't eaten yet.
You have to eat.
I had a cheese string. I'll eat something.
We'll go out and make
Yeah,
something.
when my roommate starts gaming, we'll go out and, like, eat up some chicken strips.
But yeah.
Or frozen veggies. But yeah, please go eat something, even if it's just an apple or a cheese string. That's still better than not eating anything at all, you know?
A couple snacks through the day is better than nothing at all. So if you can do that, like, I'm super proud of you.
And also, I mean, drink water too, but if all you've had today is water, maybe drink some juice or, like, some milk or something.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know it's really easy to just live off water, especially if you have those kind of thoughts, you know? It's easy to just be like, water's okay, that's all I need. But, like, you can't eat. Chocolate milk is your friend.
I know exactly what you're going through. If you're doing just the water, I used to do it with water and coffee. So, always there if you need a message.
Exactly. We're always here for you. So anyway, sorry that this video was 40 minutes long. video. Yeah. Anyway, and we will be back tomorrow with another video that was also filmed tonight. So
yeah,
you'll see us in the same clothes.
Bye.
Anyway, love you all.